Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and another episode of What If Series on John Farnham. For this one, we are exploring in the year of 2012 after the success of the 25th anniversary tour on Whispering Jack in late of 2011. I'm just curious about what if Farnham done a one-off international tour to continue the celebration of Whispering Jack in the United States and Europe before John heads to the athlete party for the Summer Olympics 2012 in London. Let's see what if it happened. We're just gonna start off straight to the real life. So in the real life timeline is in 2011 we celebrate the mega album that released in 1986, Whispering Jack. It resurrected Farnham's career and his creativity came on the road with Whispering Jack tour. It kind of made success until it headed to the Jack's Back tour in 1987. It was a massive successful tour. We haven't heard Whispering Jack in a tour name again until we headed to the 2011 of the year of Whispering Jack's celebrating 25th years of the album, and Glenn Wheatley decided to let Farnham go on tour. The Australian leg of the tour, they kicked off at Adelaide in October 4th to Perth in November 26th, 2011. As they continued at Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne, incredibly enough, John performed the tour at the Concert Arena in Sydney Entertainment Centre on the 24th of October, 2011 as a test for John to continue at arenas. Because in the past, when John did the last time tour, John felt a lot of pressure to fill up the venues. And when John did that show in Sydney, John can still fill up that venue for 60,000 people. And that's really good, right? So, in the tour, they did a two-halves thing. Like in the last time, you have the acoustic set and you have the electric set. So in this one is going to be the same thing. So we have the first half is the acoustic, a strip from his new album called Acoustic Chapel Sessions, and the second half is the electric set as Whispering Jack. So the second half is just all of Whispering Jack. After the tour, John had a gig in December in the same year for a V8 Supercars show in Sydney. It wasn't expected by the fans that Farnham will be the headliner in one of the shows. After that, John takes a break until in 2012, John and his band flew to London for the Olympic Committee as a special guest. So now let's move to the what if timeline, where John was when he was preparing after the success of the Australian leg of the Whispering Jack 25 Years On tour and getting ready for the tour overseas. Let's see, what would it be? After the success of the tour and the V8 Supercars show, it was actually John's idea to continue the celebration of Whispering Jack to take the tour overseas, because Glenn and John, when they heard that the album has a new surge in the United States and Europe, it was received the popularity of Whispering Jack, because in Australia, You're the Voice went back to the charts after the success performance with Coldplay back in March, and the charts in April of 2009 for the album. So 15 months later, You're the Voice went back to the charts overseas in July of 2010, and fans were begging Farnham to come back to tour for one last time. And that's what he did, and he wants to tour at the iconic arenas and stadiums in Europe, North America, and Canada, in London, Munich, Los Angeles, New York, and Montreal. Coming back after so many years from his American tour on his Jack's Back tour to his European tour of Age of Reason, etc. A year and 2 months later, September 2011, it was announced that the Whispering Jack 25 Years On tour is coming in Europe, America, and Canada, even places he haven't been yet. So this will be his first and only shows to play. So he kicked things off at Canada to America before coming to Europe in a short amount of time when the whole world see the glimpse of the next Olympics in London 2012. And then John would kick off the tour in late April 2012. So here's the tour dates for the tour. So we kick things off in Canada at Vancouver, Calgary, Montreal, and Toronto on April 28th, April 30th, May 1st and 2nd, and May 5th. Then we go to the United States. So John would kick off in Hawaii on May 8th and 9th, Las Vegas May 11th, 12th, and 13th, Atlantic City, May 15th, San Diego, May 17th, LA, May 18th, 19th, and 21st, New York, May 22nd, 24th, 25th, and 26th, Washington, D.C., May 28th, Kansas City, May 31st, Philadelphia, June 2nd, Dallas, Texas, June 5th and 6th, Houston, June 9th and 10th, and Miami, June 12th, 13th, and 15th. Then heading off to Europe with Gothenburg, July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Munich, Germany, July 5th, Stockholm, Sweden, July 7th, Berlin, July 8th and 9th, Rome, July 11th, Hamburg, July 12th, Paris, July 14th, Copenhagen, July 15th, Dublin, July 17th, Leeds, July 20th, Manchester, July 22nd, and finally London, July 24th, 29th, and July 30th. With the set list, it's a bit different from the Australian set. The songs are changed. Some will be the same. Some of them will be haven't been performed in a long time or never performed, and actually performed for the first time in an acoustic set. So the songs never got used in the acoustic set from Uncovered, Chain Reaction, Romeo's Hot, 33 and the Third, The Last Time, and the Jack albums. Well, let's explore it. So in the Canadian set list, in the acoustic set, we have That's Freedom, No Ordinary World, Every Time You Cry, When the War Is Over, Age of Reason, Men of the Hour, Hearts on Fire, Simple Life, Don't You Know It's Magic, Help, and Playing to Win. Then on the electric set, we have kicking off with Reasons, One Step Away, Going, Going, Gone, No One Comes Close, Love to Shine, Trouble, Touch of Paradise, Pressure Down, Let Me Out, and You're the Voice. So now we move on to the US set list. So we kick off in the acoustic set with Age of Reason, Every Time You Cry, Chain Reaction, The Time Has Come, Hearts on Fire, Two Strong Hearts, Burn for You, Men of the Hour, Trying to Live My Life Without You, Help, and Playing to Win. And then in the electric set, or the Whispering Jack set, we kick off with Pressure Down, One Step Away, Going, Going, Gone, Reasons, No One Comes Close, Love to Shine, Trouble, Let Me Out, You're the Voice, and Touch of Paradise. And finally, in the European set, we kick off in the acoustic set with Simple Life, Hearts on Fire, Every Time You Cry, Age of Reason, Chain Reaction, Hit the Road Jack / Fever, Please Don't Ask Me, Talk of the Town, That's Freedom, Help, and finally, Playing to Win. In the Whispering Jack set, the electric set, we kick off with Reasons, One Step Away, Going, Going, Gone, No One Comes Close, Love to Shine, Trouble, Touch of Paradise, Let Me Out, Pressure Down, and You're the Voice. After the tour is not even finished yet, because it would be leading up to the Olympics. It brings back so many memories when John done the Olympics 12 years earlier with Olivia Newton-John for Dare to Dream. It was an honor for John at the time when he did a Sydney Olympic dinner and athlete party in 1999 and 2000, and coming back to be honored again for Olympic Committee to be performed before it headed to the committee and the Olympics. Here's what John's schedule was after they almost ended the Whispering Jack 25 Years On tour, the European leg. So when they first arrived in London as their final stop for the tour, was John goes back to Shepherd's Bush Empire. That's where they're going to be performing there for the final few shows. And actually, it was exact day, 14 years earlier, on July 24th, 2012, where John performed it back then in July 27th, 1998. Then, actually, on the same show, John has two special guests in the crowd. That is Hamish and Andy. So, why the boys are in London? Well, they're doing the Euro gap year. And they'd ask permission from Glenn Wheatley for an interview before Farnham to take the stage, and asked John as well to pre-record live for their pre-opening ceremony special, and John actually agreed. The interview would be shown in their pre-opening ceremony special, and the performance was filmed at Shepherd's Bush Empire, where the boys were there, and it's around a 45-minute drive from the Lord Stanley pub, where they filmed their Euro gap year. And the songs were performed for the pre-opening ceremony show was No One Comes Close, Love to Shine, and Trouble. So that would be an only glimpse of hearing a live version from the Whispering Jack 25 Years On era. Also, John mentioned in the interview about he will be performing at a new venue will be opened in early 2013. And that would be at the Star City in Sydney in January 2013. Next up is the Olympic Committee. and John performed songs such as Pressure Down, Playing to Win, and You're the Voice. Then the next day is the Olympics 2012, the opening ceremony. So originally, John was planning heading off to the O2 Arena for the first time ever, but he never got the chance to. Well, here is the reason for it. The whole venue was booked because of the Olympics. So John decided to perform their final two shows at the Hammersmith Apollo Theater. Actually, funny enough, a month earlier, Usher performed at the Hammersmith Apollo Theater to promote and launched his newest album, Looking for Myself. So it was a perfect opportunity for Farnham to perform the final two shows. And of course came success on July 29th and the 30th. And then John heads back to Australia first thing in the morning of the 1st of August of 2012, and John decides to take a break until he comes back on January 24th and 25th of 2013 to perform again at the Sydney Star City Centre. Well, that is it for the What If series on John Farnham. Hope you all enjoy it. Let me know if you have an idea. Comment below. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell if you want to know when I upload again. So take care of yourselves, stay safe, and peace.